Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show, now on Feel It Radio.
What's up, Doc?
Not much, Gus. You?
I was just looking outside and it's very dark out.
It is. That's what happens in the winter.
Winter's coming.
Winter's here.
Who's here?
Winter.
What's up, guys?
See what they did there?
Hey, dudes.
Woo! We are so smooth.
We actually called in the snow for this.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, it was a
Why
perfect.
it snowed today? This is exactly why.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for coming, gentlemen.
We have direct control.
Well, we got Lorne this time, eh? We didn't last time he wasn't here.
Yeah.
They let me
And
come.
we
this
actually,
time.
yeah, exactly. He's dressed like the Pope.
He's, yeah, I'm not I didn't even know that Lauren owned a shirt with a collar.
So they actually told me it was a formal event. So, but like the rest of my company was upstairs.
That's why I wore my Nirvana shirt.
Yeah. No, we were
Yeah, it's
just
his best hoodie. That's my best hoodie I put on there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
My dress hoodie.
There's dress.
Your dress hoodie, yeah.
And this is why I put on my best shirt.
Oh, he's wearing his winter shirt. Nice. Oh, we got a call. It's all good. What's going on, guys? What's new?
Sorry, Holly
What's
was
shake?
in another interview.
Yeah. Fuck, it's Howard Stern calling.
He
Shit.
double booked. Yeah. Tell Ellen to call you back.
Oh, yeah, just to warn the listeners and viewers, we'll probably be a little bit off the cuff a bit here today, just because that's just the relationship we have with these guys.
We have a relationship with these guys?
Well, I have a relationship with Bob and Lauren.
Oh, yeah? What about Ryan?
Well, that's the ongoing thing.
Nemesis.
Nemesis.
He's my nemesis.
Like snuffle up, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You'll never see Gus and I in the same room. We're not the same person.
You wish. Oh, damn. I just wish I played the guitar like him, actually. I'm just jealous. That's all.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's all envy.
It's so tell us what's going on, guys. You got some new stuff coming. You got some things to tell us. Go on. Let's go.
We do. First of all, it's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, we got a new song. We got a new single coming out on November 28th. November 28th on all the platforms and all the places. So
A 2 and then an 8.
yeah, we're excited about that. It's called Inside Outside. Some people may have heard it if they've seen us live in the recent past, but you're not going to want to miss that.
Yes, the 28th.
Oh, you got
I was like, what the fuck is he doing back there?
Confirming.
Yeah, like if you were at the
I have notes.
So
Yeah.
if you're a Wyntr fan and you were at the Dominion Tavern show on the 28th of October, then you would have heard it because it's right here on the set list.
Yeah.
But we don't have a current recording of it, so that was a premiere event where you got to hear that song for the first time.
Cool. How'd it go?
I thought it went well. We had people singing along, actually, even though they don't know it.
Yeah.
And
That's always good stuff.
yeah, it shows it's got a teachable chorus kind of thing we're going for, like fan interactive music.
Big live participation.
Yeah, like we're big community
factor in
guys,
song,
and like
yeah.
to have the crowd participate is always my goal. And as a singer, nothing humbles you more than someone learning your song, especially on the fly, not like having learned it at home first.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was really cool.
Do you find that like when you're at a show and you're playing a song like that and people are reacting that way, do you get energy from that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a different kind of energy though, like with the Richard Guy when we put that out, the Ballad of Richard Guy, which was our single before. So it's more of a mooted topic, like it's very intense, and it kind of gets a flat, kill the room, dramatic vibe
Yeah,
to it,
but it
which
gets
is
all
you have to
emotional
watch
and-
how you interpret
Yeah,
that because
but I
flooring
think-
people emotionally is one thing. They're not going to react like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
Like it's almost a heartbreak song, whereas this one's more upbeat, more fun. So it generates a different engagement.
But either way, just the fact that you could connect with people that way, like you know, I mean, not all emotions are good, right? Sometimes people are sad, and
It's literally
it's
the
just-
only point in playing live, right? Not
Exactly. Yeah, it's huge.
promoting our music, but also getting that. You don't get that at practice. There's no one here. It's just us.
Yeah, for sure. I would suspect so.
True that?
Do you even remember what I asked?
No.
You kind of like look lost over there,
Like when
bud.
we invite people to practice, we get that a bit, but it's nice to have some real engagement on the fly, like from people that aren't
It's
obligated
nice
to like
to know
it.
that people are recognizing your songs and
Yeah.
know some of the lyrics when you're playing live, right? That,
Yeah.
for me anyway, that gives me a lot of energy when we're playing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And people
That's
are
great.
generally nervous and like introverted, and to have them drop all that and sing, I think is what most people want to do when they go to shows: sing, dance, engage. They don't just want to sit there with their arms crossed.
Oh, they don't?
Guitar players.
Only the guitar players and the other bands do
Guitar
that.
players are like, you know, the
Or
rest
Dawg.
of us are all partying and having fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Dawg. Well, Bob and I kind of leaned up against the bar when we were at the Day Cuff, and you always just sort of stand there. So.
Yeah, it's just
But I love to getting up and dancing and getting some energy for sure. I'm that dude at a show for sure. I would imagine that if I was to hear you guys play the new song, I would imagine I'd be all over it too.
December 2nd.
Yeah, December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Dominion
December
Tavern,
2nd, you can come see it.
Yeah.
December 2nd. We'll have lots of time for you guys to plug everything. Don't worry. It's
And you can say it slower too.
Hang on, is it on the notes?
Oh, I guess
yeah. Well, yeah. Can you make sure you get that note that you wrote on the OC transpo?
We just fact checking going on back here. Just that guy.
Seriously, yeah. He's a human Google.
Hey, listen, we're just happy Lauren's wearing pants.
True
Okay?
that, yeah. So what's up
We
with
were
that? Like,
concerned.
actually,
I'm not gonna lie, we were concerned. Yeah, he showed up.
I stopped at Walmart on the way here, bought some pants.
Yeah.
Nice. I can warm ready. Picked up.
He doesn't have to wear pants at work because he has a desk.
True. You can wear shorts or
good,
none
yeah.
whatsoever.
It's like all those Zoom times.
Yeah, we're not wearing pants either.
That makes sense.
We're behind a desk.
Well, Dog's definitely not. He's not wearing. He's not wearing any sock. I am shocked. yeah. I am shocked. So what else? So you got the show that was at the Dominion that's coming up. You like playing that venue? Is it like a kind of a nice tight venue, like smaller, but also you get a kind of a good sound in there, and it kind of suits your music actually.
It's one of my favorite places to play.
It's really
actually.
cozy. It's especially that area in front of the stage there because it narrows in, and it's just you've got no choice. But the crowd's right there. They're right in front of you.
It's counterintuitive to think that it sounds good in there too, and it does. Like it's from a stage point of view, it feels and sounds better than some of the more notable bars where you'd think.
I think it's just because it's just a small step up from a rehearsal space. There's just like people drinking in it. It's like in terms. So it's,
You also have that big ass Dominion sign in the back of the stage. It's a nice.
It's classic.
Check mark. Hey, we played at the Dominion.
Yeah, and everybody's got it in their photos too. It's kind of a.
It's nice.
Well, to me, it's a little bit grimy in there, which I think suits your. It's kind of like suits your music. I find I love your music,
grimy?
so it's like.
Is that what you're saying?
Grimy in a good way, like
Avant-garde gives me that same flavor. Like it's got a small little room, little town vibe, like almost like you're playing at the local pub.
Yeah, but it's so much fun.
Where a Brass Monkey or a Rainbow might have a more adequate sound system and stage, and it's more traditional venue. It's surprising from a band's point of view how good it does sound at the Dom on stage.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's a nice intimate stage. The Overflow or the other ones, they're huge.
They're
compared.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was there Saturday night. It was busy in there. Very busy.
that's a big
yeah.
place.
Yeah, you saw the East Coast experience.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong; those big stages are fun to play too.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't shy away from that, but it's difficult to get 500 people to go to Overflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, it is very
Like
difficult.
I was at Conlight Crush last night, and that wasn't a very full room at the Brass Monkey, and that's a very big venue. So even a major label band like that might find that room large.
Yep.
That's cool. Nice.
It humbled us a bit, seeing that room doesn't get full on its own, regardless of which name's on the label.
Yep.
How was the Conline Crush? They're a pretty good
It
band.
was actually really good. I went more for laughing in slow motion. We like to support our friends and bands, and Kyle's a good guy, and we just wanted to, after seeing him at the O-Mike event on the following week, it was nice to link up at an actual show and see a friend's band.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, we always do that. You guys know that well. You see us at half those shows. We send a member to almost everything if we can.
Yeah, you guys are definitely out and about. That's for sure.
As much as you can, for sure. Like
One of
it's
us.
a lot of. One of us.
I'm not ever
at
out.
the Rock and Engine show. I couldn't make it to, and he was our ambassador at that on his own. I don't even think Bob was there.
No.
Nope.
What a splendid
It was just
song
Lauren.
again.
You did. You really did. Yeah.
You disappeared without saying goodbye.
I wore jeans.
He wore jeans that messed everybody up.
Oh wow.
Right.
What's this thing with his pants? Why can we talk about that for a few minutes?
Ask Lorne.
So, Lauren, why does everybody keep talking about you not wearing pants? Do you literally don't wear pants?
I
I don't understand.
Honestly, I don't really remember. I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
He's a drummer. He wears shorts.
I wear shorts a lot, and I
Maybe-
think maybe when we played the Summer Days Festival with Mike Graham there,
Yeah.
I literally lost my pants.
You're never going to live that down.
Yeah,
Like you take them off, go play the show. Where'd they go?
I mean,
Where
it's
did they
summer,
go?
so you only
Where'd
bring
they
one
go?
Some fans got the playlist in Lorne's pants.
Yeah, exactly. And his notes, which could be.
Halloween costume. Like that's an awesome. Like how awesome is that rumor and that kind of like I guess it's a shtick kind of thing going on in the community. He can actually go as himself for Halloween.
Lauren's Lauren.
Yeah. Who else? What do you
know?
I like it.
It's interesting. Like, imagine somebody finding those pants and then those notes that he's jotted down. You know, could be some
I
deep stuff.
literally have pants written on my notes.
All you'd find in there is like a really strong edible. That's all you'd find in his pants.
Take it. You'd be wearing his. Yeah, eventually you're wearing his pants.
And not his phone either.
50 mil gummy. That's
Yeah. Night, bro.
Not true.
Yeah, see you next week.
lies.
Now, guys, with the new album, you guys are working on new songs, right?
We are.
Yes.
Do you have a cover in that group of songs? Because I know you guys like to do at least one cover.
That's
Good
a
question.
great
So we
question.
have like 3 covers where we're kind of
Messing
we
messing
tell them?
around with to see what.
Well,
Did we tell them? Did we tell them?
I don't think we should tell them that because we haven't decided. But we could maybe say this though. So we've you know, you might be aware of our it's got to be a Canadian band rule, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're thinking that maybe that's a little restrictive. Maybe we could be like maybe they should be like
Commonwealth.
part of the Commonwealth. Maybe that makes it okay.
One Canadian member, maybe.
We could.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're just trying not to help out bands that don't need any help, right? Like covering a Slipknot song gets what for us done?
nothing.
It's just because there's some really cool songs that we'd like to maybe cover, but it's just we'd be like, oh, we can't because it's not a
I
Canadian
feel like
band.
we had a role in teaching people about Harlequin, like actually. Like I
Yeah.
think people who didn't even know who they were liked that song and liked our versions.
So we're looking at a Anne Murray song
Yeah.
and a Shania
Yeah,
and a Shania
You talked about Shania before.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
it's just
Oh.
That hasn't gone away.
and a Kim Mitchell song.
yeah.
Okay.
And we're looking at for a while we talked about a Billy Talent song as well,
Mhm.
but we're not sure. It's
Well,
kind
Gus
of
and I
on
were-
brand, right? It sounds like a
Yeah.
weird song anyway.
Yeah, and Gus and I were talking about what bands you should
Compared to
do.
that band anyways.
We had a discussion on our live just before we came out and talked to you guys. As we sort of said, oh, we got Wyntr coming on, and we were talking about
hit us up.
Yeah.
So-
What do you
yeah.
guys, what do you guys think?
Do it.
Well, that's what we're going to get to if you would let us.
What you want?
What?
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
What do we
let
have to
you,
let you
what?
Oh
listen,
shit!
we're in
It's just so it's just so easy there. I had to do it. I couldn't not.
Yeah, they come out.
My apologies. My apologies. My apologies.
They laid that
So
one.
so we were discussing about, and you had a good one. Like you had a really good one.
Which one was that? I had a few.
Well, I want the one with Triumph.
Triumph, yeah.
Triumph.
Figured because you guys were a trio and Triumph is a trio. Then we also threw out Trooper,
Yep.
Street Heart.
Street Hard.
Yeah.
I see.
But I actually thought Nirvana because even though it's not Canadian, I just know either a three beat.
Literally,
Are we going for trios now?
No, but I'm just mentioning, and I also said Rush, and I said Tom Sawyer would be cool, but then Dog's like, that's really hard to play. So I was like, well, I have faith, guys.
Lauren, maybe you can back me up, but I've heard that the Tom Sawyer drums parts in that is pretty difficult.
I would say
Is that true?
I would say that's on the difficult level. Yes.
Yeah,
Same
okay.
with this idea that I can
And they're-
sing. Apparently, I can sing Triumph.
Yeah.
No. What do you
But they're good suggestions, though.
But you got to remember, you have to remember, like, it's your version.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know,
That's a good
I
step.
don't expect you to sound like Rick Emmett.
I mean, you'll never sound like
Rush
Gordy.
has a weird
You did a great job with that.
Yeah. We we can maybe Rush
like,
has
new,
that.
like New World Man or something would be more accomplishable, right? Like, how are you
Yeah.
gonna do
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer?
I don't know.
Or
Yeah,
like,
without a keyboard pro, we'd have to. That would be a challenge.
yeah.
To say the least. I would just, hey, it was just put it, we just put it out
threw it
there.
out there,
Just
man.
put it out there.
Hey, we're not saying no. That wasn't
Yeah.
a no. If
Could
we
be
could
on the
do a
next
Shania
album.
Twain song, I'm sure we could work a Rush song.
What's wrong with Anne Murray? Fuck.
Nothing wrong with Anne Marie.
Nothing wrong with Anne Marie.
Am I allowed to swear, by the way?
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, don't do it again.
Okay.
Well, you've been chastised.
Cut that part out.
No,
No.
leave it in.
This is our show. You're welcome to swear.
Not very much.
Oh yeah, why?
Because we're on the radio, dude.
On Feel It
The-
Radio?
the English don't like when
Do you
we
think
swear.
that that's our biggest demographic?
Yep.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
so
is.
we're good.
It's drunk Englishmen that love to listen to it.
Drunk Englishmen
And Irishmen that love to listen to our show.
They're not going to be offended.
No, I'm just kidding,
Make
guys.
it go beep every time somebody swears.
We're not on the radio.
That's true.
There's the video right there. This is
Smart.
video.
Asicus.
Ryan, I think the reason that everybody thinks that Ryan and I have this nemesis thing is that we're both super sarcastic and we just both have don't give a shit, really. I mean, I don't think
We're
either of
only
us
seeing half
do.
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only half there.
So we only like that half anyway.
And
Well, it's because I don't want to intimidate Lorne again like we were at the show. You know, he called
Like
me
this,
the,
though.
Well, I
like
get it.
a-
Look, you
It's
can
like-
see
so-
you can
like
see
there's
his
only
face
half
on the
of me.
poster, but
I
then you
wasn't
can't see
like
Dog.
first when I met you, I was like, "Fuck, man, he's like 8 feet tall or something." It's crazy.
I know I am a little taller in person than I do get that a lot.
When I met
But
him, he
it's
was
a-
dressed like Ali G. He had like a Diodora tracksuit on.
I think what you called me was I think I was like a Russian mobster or what was it? Joe Satriani
Romania.
and Joe Satriani.
No,
That's
no.
what you said.
Joe Bonamassa.
Joe Bonamassa. That was like because my hair was longer and I was
from Romania.
yeah. I've gotten rid of that shirt just because of the self consciousness that I had.
I was
Because-
gonna go with you for Halloween, but I couldn't find a tracksuit that ugly.
Fair enough.
Because Ryan is such a fashion.
Yeah. Sick hoodie, bro. So what? Like, if there was like a song that you could like recreate, say, and of your own or one that's out there, is there something that comes to mind that you maybe you don't like? You're not happy with one of your tracks, or you think you're just okay with it and just let it go, or is there like an actual like random song that comes to mind that you could actually create?
So you asked that, Quinn? I don't
Like
understand.
re-record which one?
Like
Re-record?
if we had to redo one of ours, for example.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Bunch of them. Like some of our earlier stuff.
I was never happy with the original vocals in Bleed. I felt they
Like the
were
never.
weren't my
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you redid it with Renaissance, and that was great. So
Yeah, the remix was good.
That's why we did that. We got
that's
another
what
take
we
at it.
got.
right?
Those are he re-recorded the vocals too while we were at it, right? So he got a yeah.
And it always had a rap vibe to it, so that's where that came
A
from.
lot of our songs, like the earlier songs, was written when we were in like a different place too, right? Like we've fell into our type of music that we write. So a lot of the other stuff, the original stuff, if we were to replay it, it would be not significantly different, but there would be a lot of changes now as opposed to
Well,
3 or 4 years
we've
ago.
done that recently too in practice. So we'd like go back and take an old song,
Yeah.
like from the EP, but like
Exactly.
we just reinvent it because we're literally not the same band anymore.
There's one
right?
on the list for the next album, actually.
Yeah.
Spray is something we already have recorded that we're rewriting and going to put on our next
Same
album.
with Wyntr by Wyntr.
Winter.
We're going to re-release under a new name and totally different,
Mustard water, it's called now?
Yeah, or something.
No, organic, I think
Mustard
it's called.
water.
something like
Oh, it's
that.
not mustard water.
But-
Sorry.
All I know about it is it's the same
Mustard
riffs
water.
in a different arrangement. It's a better composition this time. So we
That's
feel like
the
we know our
cologne you wear,
riffs and
Lauren.
we do what we like. Yeah, Mustard Water's a good name for a song for sure.
it is a good name for a song.
There's a good name for a band.
Literally,
It's a lot of things, actually.
Please welcome to the stage, Mustard Water.
Why is it English, though?
I don't know. I just felt that
I
vibe.
said mustard
It
water.
has to be English.
I'm literally reading it from our list.
Yeah, like we
Mustard
have,
water. Show them.
like we always write the name down before we write the song.
Oh, that was a question I was going to ask you.
Interesting.
Here somewhere there's mustard water.
So we usually come up with a theme or a name, and then we write a riff, and then we kind of go around on that. Like we recently, like Bob just had COVID, and it sucked, and we had to cancel practice a few times, and he was really isolated. So we were gonna name a song something like Bob 23 or like Bovid or something. We were gonna call it.
Bovid.
just because we like to memorialize things like that. Like we should have a song called "No Pants," or like
You should.
That's true.
I have another suggestion too.
Jesus anthem, things like that.
Yeah, we
I
should
think you
have
need
that
it.
Cannabis Jesus anthem.
The anthem for Cannabis Jesus, something like
Yeah.
that. Like we
Yeah.
gotta do that.
I think you should have a song called "The Gnome."
The gnome.
Yeah.
The Ballad of Richard Guy came out after that. He was not like he was our
Big guy.
spokesperson,
Or
I guess,
like
or
mascot.
for like over a year before that came out.
Well, we know we had him on the show with us the first
Yeah,
time.
he's around
Right.
somewhere. He's upstairs. Actually, he's upstairs.
Yeah,
He
that
lives
is
in the living
good.
room.
He
declined the interview today.
Yeah, he was worried that I'd be wearing the
He gotta be in
same
the
track
room
shirt.
upstairs.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. It
Watching
was
the door for us.
Yeah, he's watching it.
Nice. Watching the pizza that's going to come later.
We're getting pizza.
No. Last time we ordered pizza here, it ended up on somebody's
So
door down the street, and we couldn't find them.
Yeah, we often like have practice on like a weeknight. Lauren will rush here from work, and I've come from work. We didn't eat yet, so we get right to business, and Lauren orders a pizza. And we're at the drum set. He gets up. He goes, "The pizza's here. We outside. There's nothing outside." The guy sends a picture of literally my front door with a pizza in it.
No, it wasn't your friend.
It was the same color, at least. It's like in the block, there's a few houses with the same color schemes. We couldn't figure out where the hell the pizza was. It was at someone's house for sure.
And it was raining.
that'd be a sweet
like-
grab, man.
We just ordered another one.
Ryan has a lot of problems with people stealing his food.
Yes.
Is he?
Squirrels. Squirrels can steal his food.
Yeah. Someone took my leftovers. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh.
Ryan.
At the
Tough.
at the cuff. At the cuff, he had leftovers and he disappeared. He was so pissed.
We went to like an expensive dinner at like where was it? The Keg or the Lone Star or something like that. Like it was like a decent price. Like,
Yep.
and I had my $75 leftovers. Like I want these, and they're gone. Someone ate them. Someone ate them right out of the fridge, actually, in the green room at the cup.
Fuck, the fajitas.
I remember you
talking
talking about.
Fajitas were good that
I
night.
had mine is gone too.
Yeah, Lawrence too. Like someone literally in one of the other bands went up there and had some fajitas.
I had egg rolls.
Fetus. That's funny.
And you're the songwriter. That's good. Yeah. Fetus.
He says it fast.
Yeah.
He does have a bit of a twang to him, like a little
Twang.
Ottawa Valley twang.
Ottawa Valley slang twang.
Shania
From all
Twain
the
twang.
Letterkenny.
It's from all
Letterkenny. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Don't get us started on that.
hanging out with hockey players growing up.
That's it.
Hard no.
You love Letterkenny.
I do. I love it. I took you to the.
Yeah, we went to see it.
I
Yeah.
took you to the VIP show, man.
You did.
And so, what about what advice? What's the best advice you've been given recently, and about music or in general?
That we've been given?
Sure. Yeah. Or given, I guess.
Advice. We don't take most of it.
I know, but I just thought maybe there's something that might have resonated that you won't give somebody credit for.
I turn a lot of people down on the digital stuff, like almost weekly. I get advice to move to a Helix or a Kemper and I don't take it. But it's nice to get it. People are caring about us, right? Making the rig simpler, maybe go into a digital revolution, all that kind of stuff. We're resisting that, of course, but like it's
That's like gear advice.
yeah, that's gear advice.
But it's still advice, though, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's still advice. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean we have to take it. I appreciate it coming. I mean, people should keep coming. I
Yeah.
think the Metallica converted recently. I mean, that was huge. I don't think anyone expected that. Could happen.
Well, if Metallica did it, I think that Wyntr may consider.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And like, yeah, we take
Like-
stuff like that pretty seriously. I do. But, I mean, Cam always has really good advice for us in the studio that we usually take.
True.
That's
Like
actually, I was going to say.
Cam recommends and always has that we continue to do live off the floor recordings because it truly captures
just
our
to
sound.
point out, we're talking about Cameron Dunn at Hillside
Yeah.
Audio. That's where we do all our recording, and he's just our guy. And for many reasons, that of course being one.
Actually, I got a good one.
He doesn't wear socks.
we just trust him. And
For a long time, Scotty Rufo was telling me from the Brass Monkey, a good friend of mine, Scott, was telling me that Chord Productions was looking to do rock shows, not just death metal shows. So we kind of pursued that casually for a while, and it's turned out to be a good opportunity because we're playing a Chord Production show, our first Chord Production show, December 2nd. And as most people know, that is a very heavy death metal focused promotions company that's now branching out to do rock shows, which is huge for the music community because they're well organized, they're always well attended, and I mean, like we were just at a meeting about an underserved punk rock and metal community, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna go really far to not compete, but to help have a more of a legitimacy to like a bigger room with a bigger crowd, maybe. Because I've seen obscure Texas death metal bands fill Brass Monkey up because of Court. So to be involved in that's excellent. So I think we did take some advice from Scotty.
Good night.
That's a good angle.
Dearly Beloved, the Flamingos Pink. Those are really good bands.
Yarns is from Ottawa as well.
Yarns is from Ottawa, but
so I'd consider that advice taken, because we a lot of people would think, oh, don't even bother. That's too heavy for you. Don't even try. She'll never give you a show. Things like that. He had a different approach, and it seems to have worked out.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
I'd consider that good advice taken.
I think it's a smart idea to branch out.
You never give up on those things. Like, you're just never going to play with someone, or you can't do it because you're not heavy. I don't think that fits we just do it anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself either. You kind of want to be open to different opportunities and different experiences.
Well, it's fun, and it's fun for the bands that you're playing with and their fans too, right? Because then they get a little bit more.
Yeah, that's why I like Rocktoberfest was so interesting, because there was a lot of. I mean, they had sort of they had rock and like real artists coming up that are crazy rocking, but they were different. There was different nights, and I think that like Rock and Engine show was wildly insane. Like it was like wildly insane, and I mean, you guys have seen them. They're
Rock
nuts.
and Engine shows tend to be. Those guys are so good, but
their
work
focus
so hard
is their
at it too,
theatrics and the live show right now, and I think everybody's happy with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But everybody else as well. Like they all brought the game, and it was like every band was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching all, and I was there for all 3 nights, and I watched all the bands, and they were all like, for their genre and for what they do, they were all. I loved them all.
Yeah, it was a good fest. Great fest.
Yeah,
Same
I
with
talked to James about that at the O-Mike event, and what we were happy about was this idea that all the other bands that night still had a good night, even though there was a show that night. Pretty much every bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
Civilian
great.
was playing, we were playing, they were playing, and everybody still had a full crowd.
Yeah, there were people at every bar. It's like I think that speaks to the scene itself, right? It's
Bars
like
have been
there's
really busy lately.
there's enough for everyone, and there's something for everyone. And if you can't make it to one show, that's okay. There's 3 others that are just as good. I think that's fantastic.
James also threw down this really friendly non-compete thing. Like, I really thought I was professional.
Yeah.
He wasn't telling people not to go to our show.
Mhm.
He wasn't like, there was none of that going on in the community, and everybody appreciates that. I think everybody had a good night because of that. There was no sabotaging, no fan stealing, none of that. People were free to choose to do whatever they like.
Yeah, it was tough that weekend though, because I mean, you guys were playing Civilian, like all these other bands. It's like fuck.
Even April Wine was in town too.
Yeah.
I think that's
Who?
April Wine was at the Bronze.
Oh, you mean that band that used to be April Wine?
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
they had a full crowd.
And they had a full house.
How do you like?
But I
that's-
mean, it's like
it's a crazy
it just
night
goes to show you, like
that shows Ottawa's back after the
all the
pandemic.
venues were full.
I was gonna-
5,000 people out.
I was going to elaborate a little bit on that, because I think I was going to ask you, when we spoke to you the first time, it was sort of closer to the COVID period. Obviously, I'm sorry, Bob, that you got it again, but the thing I was going to ask you, do you find the scene has really grown in the last, like, since we've spoken to you? And I think it has.
Huge.
It's probably because of the Dawg and Gus show, but other than that, I mean, it's
I think that's the single biggest factor.
Single-handedly us and your effort.
But kidding aside, we were going to say it totally has. Right?
Yeah.
It's like it's.
I love
It's
it.
better. I've always been really, really intimately involved in the scene, and I think it's better than ever right now.
But I think there's a lot of more people, like especially at the Dom. It's like random people that come instead of just like the same people.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's really nice to have patronage and all the familiar, at shows,
Yeah.
and it grows familiar. But there's
a lot of
nothing
different
better
faces.
than a whole
I
bunch
think,
of people you've never met before.
And it's just it's not just like, I mean, there's obviously it's great that there's new people coming out, but there's new bands, and it's just a cycle. It's just so good. Like I was listening to the Marble Ghosts.
Yeah.
Dylan's new
Awesome.
band. Have you heard that? It's just it popped to mind, but it's like. Yeah,
So many, dude.
there's
What
so
I like
many.
is I think where it's coming from is the bands are seeing that it's their job and it's not something that just exists and you just join into it. you're doing it. And if you're actively participating in it, you're creating that community, it reciprocates, and it's your effort that will get you results. You don't just join a band and then enter the scene. You have to make it. And you'll see that in Pembroke too.
Yeah.
Like Mike Graham and those guys are building a community. Like Beyond Driven keeps going out there to play. Ginny Ranger's always playing.
Mm-hmm.
There's people
Bangers for breakfast.
Bangers for breakfast. Like they're
really
building
Bangers,
a community. They're not
They're
joining
good.
something that's already existing. They are it.
Yeah.
And we went to
Well, Mike-
Peterborough, and that doesn't happen there from what we
Yeah.
saw. Like at least that night, there wasn't a community there. We weren't participating in something. We were there to basically initiate.
Fucking great food though.
Great food, great venue. That's a place that we want to see some growth. And
What was it called?
it was the Urban. I think.
The Urban.
What a venue, but there's no one there, and I don't think that was our fault. We're not from Peterborough. It could have been. We'll take some blame. Like, we have to get a crowd out, but there wasn't an organic community going to that bar anyway. And they need to.
Yeah,
We need to build that. We need to get other bands from Ottawa or anywhere out to those places to build that.
Start
We
exporting.
played it with Vinyl Hero actually, right?
Yeah, like we played
Yeah.
the Vinyl Hero and nobody was there. That makes no sense, right? They obviously just don't know who they are.
Yeah, that's a tough sell though. Like when you've got an Ottawa band has to bring people to a different city, like to travel.
Montreal band,
Yeah, I mean it's tough, right? It's tough to come into a city, like even like a Late Night Trouble coming into Ottawa to do a show. You need to have a band that's going to bring in people. Besides, and they're amazing, and they're lovely people and stuff. But you don't like Pembroke and Petawawa. That's a tough sell for an Ottawa band to fill a place.
Yeah, but no doubt, especially because, like not to stereotype, but Pembroke and Petawawa, they're going to be listening a little bit more country music than anything else, right? So,
Petawawa's a base town too, right? Like a military town. So
they like metal. Petawawa is a big metal town.
You even ask guys like Don't Tell Sarah about like Cornwall. It's tough out there.
Another great band.
yeah,
They have a lot of.
they're amazing too. Yeah,
amazing band, but tough city.
yeah.
And Brockville will be the same. It should be big enough, but there wouldn't be a venue and a lot of music.
Cornwall.
They're from Cornwall too. So like Indian Cornwall is like, that's not. There's places like the Maison out there. There's a theater, but it doesn't fill up as well. Like it's maybe again just a community that's not even engaged, or there's not enough people asking them to be.
Yeah, it makes it a tough
Kingston
sled for
flows
sure.
Pretty well because it's a big town, but again struggles at overtime's never full.
Kingston's fun though.
Yeah. Kingston is the.
You need to do a lot of work in Kingston, even though it's a big city,
Well, it's a
to
huge
get people
bar,
to
right?
get people to
Yeah,
call.
it's a
The
big
Overflow is a huge bar, like it's a monkey kind of thing, right? Even if there's a lot of people in there, still it's
Yeah, it's a college town too, right? So you
There's
got to
no
hit that.
free crowds. It's not like that's my big message. The whole thing. That's why we're so community focused. There's no crowd that's for free. There's no guaranteed attendance.
Yeah.
You got to dig it out one ticket at a time.
Yep.
And
That's true. That is
25 tickets upstairs in the counter for that reason, right? Like our goal is that they all go.
Yeah. It's tough, like especially if you're promoting too, right? Like it's tough. Like Brad does it, and others do it, and it's tough. Like on a Friday night when you've got all these wonderful venues and all these amazing bands, it's telling you like, oh crap, where am I going tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough sledding sometimes, but again, you're doing like it's a passion project, right? So I think that the fact that you do have a passion for it, is people are going to notice and people are going to go out. It's just, I think, again, we talked about how it's built in just a couple of years, and we've seen it even just since we started this little show, is the fact that we're seeing Ottawa really becoming a venue, like many venues that everybody's using, and like you said, you can go on the same night as different bands, and they're all full, and I think that it's only going to build. I think it's going to actually get bigger and bigger and bigger, and and the good thing about it, the way that you guys can look at it, maybe, and the way we're looking at it is, we're getting some chops in, and eventually this will be like a well-oiled machine, and then we just sort of, you guys will have a different, you'll be better at live, everything will build, and then all of a sudden we'll be busy as hell because, we're here now. I don't know. It just, to me, that's how I think about things, but
Or
it could
even
be
slower, but more successful shows, right? So, like, one of the hardest things about being in a band is how busy you are for what you're getting out of it. And I think more strategic, and that's another thing I think we did this year, is just play less with more
that
people
was some
there.
advice, actually.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
that was actually, you know what?
going back to
Yeah,
that
good
question.
point. Yeah.
We took that advice, which sounds counterintuitive. Play less, try to have more significant events with more people at them to showcase the band more than just basically this this old 80s, 90s idea where you literally just have to go and sludge out. Like, I don't think you need to with the internet as much anymore. Like, I think that totally changes that model where you have to play 1,500 times a year to get people to know who you are. In the 90s, you had to do that because you couldn't go online.
Yeah.
But like now, I think if anyone wants to know who we are, that you'd be kind of, it's not hard to find us, right? And we're not hiding. And if we play too often, you got sparse crowds, you're stealing more audiences, you're taking opportunities away from yourself and other bands.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, going back to the fact that because the scene's growing and there's so many bands, like I was saying before about, you know, if you don't like the band at this venue, there's 3 others that, yeah, that's one of the ways around that is like, I mean, maybe you don't play every week or every month, right? You create a little scarcity, but it also creates a little room for there's more bands that get to play, right?
Well, and you can go to shows too.
Yeah,
like,
and you get to go to shows.
I hate having a show the same night. I want to do something. Like I wanted to go to the Space Between show, but we were playing. And I wanted to go to Seville, couldn't. They don't play very often.
That being said, we're not getting any younger either.
Yeah.
So it's okay to be busy.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
But I think as the scene evolves, it'll be bigger opportunities and less of them for more bands.
Yeah. And that's the mentality you get. Like, so you get some bands that want to play every week. And then you're like yourself, you're just gonna, okay, we're gonna scale it back just a little bit. We're gonna do some more writing. We're gonna do some more stuff for the new album. And so, and that's what I find a lot of them are doing now. It's like, okay, coming up into mid-November, we're done with live shows. Now we're gonna start writing and recording for the new year.
It's quality, not quantity.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, 100%.
I'd rather see a good quality show than like to see, no offense guys, to go see you guys every week. No.
Yeah, or even turning them down. Like that's something that we never used to do.
We've
turned down shows, and that's it's not an insult to anyone. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as like a 30-day rule or like a soft rule we're trying to enforce, or like even just non-compete clauses with friends, stuff like that.
Any number of reasons, but I think it all comes down to like, you know, instead of, you know, and I mean, it's not like you've stopped playing. It's like we're not going from, you know, like 12 shows a year to like 3. It's not what we're saying either, right? It's not to go to the other extreme, but it's maybe I guess be more selective of the shows that you do.
The bigger opportunities come your way. Like one of our biggest faults, I think, in the past has been having something booked already when a really good opportunity comes by, and then you have to say no.
Yeah.
If you're already booked, you got to say no to the new one. And what if it's opening for a major band or something that would have been a better opportunity, right? Like, we had a Halloween show booked months before Rocktoberfest was announced. Things like that. And we're not saying we would have preferred either, but, like, it's not always a good idea to have your docket full.
No, you're right. That makes sense.
Two sides to the coin, right? It's, basically.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Lauren, what were you looking at?
What had your attention, Lauren? You were studying.
I thought it was frozen again.
No, I was looking at your sign, actually. I couldn't read it because I don't have my glasses on.
What does it say?
It says Dawg and Gus.
It looks like a Batman, though. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, Batman's beside there. Batman's on the left and Dog's on the right.
That man is a bat.
Fair enough.
You didn't know that about me, Lauren?
I did not know that.
He's Batman.
You're not even Lego Batman.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck. Fair enough, buddy.
Got you back. Got you back.
I mean, you gotta say, get your licks in when you can, eh, Ryan? You know,
I got to
gotta
make
get 'em
up for
in.
the sweater.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that was a kind of a fashion faux pas, I think.
Yeah.
Coming from me, because I'm such a fashion plate.
He's got his Santa list ready.
It says Bob's dick.
Some of his Santa
It's
Claus.
not.
It literally does.
We're not talking about that.
Oh boy.
check your video right now. I don't know what's going on.
We can
hear you perfectly.
Yeah. With the new album, how many songs is it going to be?
We're getting lag again?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can totally
it's
hear
all
you, and
perfect
like
on
it
our
all
side.
looks good
We
from
can
our
see
end.
you and hear you fine.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then.
Maybe it's just on our end. Doesn't matter. It'll probably work out. So it'll.
There we are. And they're back.
I was trying. Yeah. Were you asking?
I don't think that's unique to
I don't remember now.
I think we were talking about inside outside.
Yes. I mean, how many songs you guys got slated for this one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
Wow. Full EP.
9.
Well, we're gonna release them one at a time.
Yeah,
like we don't like people to wait. As soon as it's done, mastered, out.
Well, I was actually going to bring that up. It's something we've been we've been talking about it, just like, get together and like, do you have to make an album? Nobody
Like a
does.
physical album.
Yeah, like nobody does albums anymore. They go to Spotify, they pick the songs they like, and they put them on a playlist.
Yeah.
And so maybe we just release singles, and then like after a year, you collect all the best ones, and you say, hey, these are the greatest hits of 20, and you call it an album. I don't know.
I know I use Metallica a lot, but like, how many people have heard that whole album?
The Black Album?
No, like 72 Seasons.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard the whole song, the whole album. Yeah, no.
Even the big fans, I keep saying, "Oh, you should check it out. It's awesome." I sat in my backyard, listened to the whole thing in the summer, but nobody else did. But everyone's heard Lux Eterna. Why?
That's true.
The video was released early. It was just forced on people as a single.
So yeah.
And everyone's heard it. So it works. That model works.
So
It does work, yeah. I don't know, but I think, like, obviously I'm a big Stapleton fan who just released an album, but I love the Black Pumas too, and the Black Pumas just put out a new album, and I listened to that, and it's fucking amazing. But they didn't do so.
The actual CD though?
No, not yet, but I'll probably get it on vinyl.
Right?
But did they give you like a hint at one of the songs early or anything?
Not Black Pumas, actually. They just sort of released the whole album, although Chris Stapleton did. Like, no, fuck Taylor Swift. Come on.
It just
I
comes
was
out.
thinking about
It comes out. You're like, how does she have that done? It's just out.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, Swift doesn't have to worry about too much, but I'm kind of sick of seeing her when I'm watching football. That's for sure.
You just went from here to here.
Yeah, well, that's what I do, dude.
Sit down.
Simmer down,
Put your
Angus.
shirt back on.
Put your shirt. Yeah. So what I was getting at is I think that there's different ways to do it, right? Like Black Pumas put out the whole album, and then also Stapleton released a single, then released another single, and then released the album. So I think that it's just it works for you if you like that model, and I think it is the right way to do it. I say EP because you have 8 or 9 tracks ready.
I think we're still gonna like maybe get physical copies printed, like we were talking about that, and at the shows you have you can sell them at shows.
Yeah.
One of your records done.
But what I think cool. Because what and this is like, we're not saying we're right, but this is just stuff we muse about. That, well, imagine like we have these 8 songs and we release them one at a time, and then we collect them and release them again, but we put a wrapper on them. Like it's like maybe that model's gone away. Like maybe
it worked though. Like the last one we did that with the last album. We did Amps and Lamps singly, and then quick remaster, put it in with a cover all together. We made 100 copies. We got rid of them easily.
So we're wondering, like we don't know.
Yeah, we have one. I have
we
one
don't
of
know
your.
if it's working. We're just trying it. We're totally willing to change it.
I don't even know the last time I listened to an actual CD. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's more just cool. It's a collector's thing. I don't know. Like
I actually listened to.
I listen to vinyl. I listen to vinyl more than I listen to CDs actually.
But the merch, it's like it's neat because it comes around on its own. Like I mean, Lorne was telling me he was going on and on about this, and I think it's cool. So he goes to the Rocket Engine show on the Friday night, right? And there's a Wyntr pencil case collecting the money at the front door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have one. I have a Wyntr pencil case. I use it all the time. I use it all the time.
It's like.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had Wyntr pencil cases.
Yeah, I got one.
Cool. It just goes.
Ryan made fun of my outfit, told me I looked like Joe Bonamassa, but then handed me a pencil case. So he kind of like made me feel a little better about myself,
We have new shirts.
Yes,
you do look like Joe Bonamassa.
Like they were literally shipped today.
Oh yeah, that's why you asked me for my address.
Yes.
So they're special shirts because they go with the single.
Yes.
They're inside.
This is a new thing
shirts.
we might do. Don't quote us, but we might put a shirt out for each song.
So that it becomes
cool.
a thing.
Yeah, and you got like a limited edition. Like, yeah, I like
Again,
that.
I always thought it was
we do
cool.
inside-outside shirts.
Yeah.
Lots of major label bands have like a shirt for the song.
Who's the idea?
Smashing Pumpkins, Metallica used to do it. Like other huge bands would have. Nirvana would do it. You get a Nevermind shirt or like a.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
Yeah, the
why
bullet
not,
for
right?
butterfly wing shirt.
But I mean,
cool.
you're not gonna want to buy fucking 12 Wyntr shirts though.
I think people will. I think Dwayne has 12 winter shirts already.
Dwight. His name is Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight, yeah. They're calling him Dwight now instead of Dwayne.
Who's Dwayne? Oh, the Dwayne from Kingston. Yeah. Sorry, Dwight threw me off. I love Dwayne. Dwayne's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, that's a good concept too, and it's fun, especially if the artwork is cool too, right? Because it's kind of fun to have the different shirts, and I get in trouble for wearing this one in the summer.
I was at Nostalgia Fest in the summer, and a guy comes up to me and he goes,
"Dude, I was with you.
Do you guys have? is that you guys on your shirt? And I'm like, yeah, I was wearing the Wyntr shirt
We
that
both
has
had our snowflake shirts on.
Bob and Lauren and I.
No.
It wasn't that shirt. It was a snowflake shirt.
We had snowflake shirts on. The guy came up and he says, "I got to ask you about this snowflake thing. Is it a?
There you go.
You know, what is it?"
So it works, right? Like we wear our own shirts to
Dennis was his name.
like a festival, and people ask about them. Or like one of my favorite things is when you see all these other shows and our shirt's in the picture. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. But I think it's a good idea. I mean, maybe if you just don't do shirts, you do like a different item for each single. Like there's a shirt, and then there's like maybe a pencil to go with your pencil case.
Oh, like a toque? Like a toque for one.
A toque, yeah. Like he's wearing your toque. I'm winterized.
Urinal cakes.
Urinal cakes.
We want to make urinal cakes.
Yeah, I'd love to piss on your face.
I know you would. I know you would. You definitely would.
I mean, it would go with
But
toilet,
I always find the porcelain really cold.
Yeah.
We could make winter toilet paper.
Winter mustard pack.
See that?
Yeah,
see how that?
this is a real idea.
Did you see how I just slid that one in there and nobody really caught it except for Dave.
I don't think we heard it.
Video skipped.
No. Come on, it's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
What do you do if like you find where you like having a place to go, like where you're recording? Is it hard to get together, or do you find it easier? Or is there challenges that get in the way?
No, we've never had a problem. Like,
Yeah.
I actually have one of the best rhythm sections in the city. I'd just like to say that, and I don't even have to go to the recording sessions most of the time.
Fair enough.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I just show up for the last one and the song's done, and they're like, "Hey, we're good." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, he puts the guitars
And
on.
then I just throw some guitar and vocals on it, and there we
Not
go.
really.
No, that's not true. But
Not
it's pretty
exactly.
much like they're set up and ready to go and totally independent. They don't need me there at all to know any of the songs. I'd call it blind. Like, no vocal, nothing referenced. Bob and Lauren can play every one of our songs all the way through. They can have practice without me.
We actually do sometimes.
And that's
We do
excellent.
sometimes, yeah.
Because that's the faith that you need to have in a rhythm section. I think that as a trio, that's not always common. Like, you have a lot of people leading or following musicians live, and we don't do that. Like, I don't even think Lauren ever hears me live.
I do mostly I hear a little bit of your vocals, but mostly Bob. Yeah.
And like, we used to have a joke, but it almost became a rule. Like, you're not really allowed to go to our show if you're in the band. It's for the fans. We're to put it on for people. So we don't need in-ears. We don't need to hear it that well. It's not for us. It's for you.
I tend
And
to.
if you can just struggle through it and not hear it, but it sounded good, all the power to the sound engineer for getting that across when we didn't even know that
I
it
think
sounded
that
good.
for reason, another reason like we do it is that obviously I usually get guitar like wash across the stage, vocals sometimes in a little bit of the monitor. I can get like that's fine, but if I can't hear Lauren, well, when can you not hear the drums? But I mean, imagine if I couldn't hear Lauren, that would be an issue. But if I for whatever reason I don't have as much Ryan in my monitor, that's fine. We can
But
still
to
do the
Lauren's
show.
credit, I don't think he needs to hear us. Like, if we didn't hear him at all, it would still go fine. We would hear him. He wouldn't hear us. He would play the song right.
There's been shows where like the sound is not so good back on the drum set.
Like, he's one of these drummers, I swear, you could just give him the headphones and say, play the song without us, and you can play the whole thing right through, and it would almost be the same length.
That's cool.
So all I
like
can
that.
say is
Lauren.
You need to know the back of your hand on this stuff, right? Like, we're not trying to do it amateur, so like, we like to know these songs backwards.
Oh, that's
Actually,
good.
that being said, like one of the things that we kind of pride ourselves on is that like the bed tracks of pretty much everything that we've released were always live off the floor. Like the drum, bass, and the rhythm guitar, just like the basic those basic tracks that, and then everything else gets built on top. But those things are always like the version you hear on Spotify is like because it was a live playthrough. It was one of the takes we did that day, and we picked the best one, and we kind of pride ourselves on that.
I actually got in an argument with Cam this time because I wanted to put more guitar on it, and he said it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, it was done first take, and I was like, but he's like, no, it's fine. So just double that.
You listen to Cam.
It's good. And I'm like, well, but shit, I brought 3 guitars and 2 amps.
Oh, we're recording
He's like,
this weekend.
don't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording this weekend.
We were going to see Cam on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
To record a song called Snowflake.
Snowflake.
There you go.
Snowflake.
Very nice.
It's about all the backs of the
We should
shirts.
send them the song.
I want it to. Yeah, we're gonna send it to you guys maybe.
I'm gonna send you guys inside outside, and then
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Send them it so you get it first.
Oh, can you play a little bit of it now? Do we have
We
time?
can. We when you send it to us, we'll add it in.
I can add it. I'll add it into the show.
Yep.
Do it because you'll get it first.
Just like Pete, don't play.
So we'll put it at the end of the show. We'll just
Actually,
say that.
don't play the whole thing.
We got a couple first.
Play the whole thing.
Let's do another first for them. Not now, but they'll do it on their show. But let's do another first for them. You had another first. He got permissions to give you guys something no one else knows.
Okay.
It's just about my pants.
No, remember what Brad said?
Oh, so yeah, we're playing a show with Pandemonium, Bradley, on the 19th of January. On the 17th, I'm turning 50.
Happy pre-birthday.
catching up to me.
So I'll be catching up to Bob anytime now. So anyway, the details of the show are coming on the 24th, I believe Brad said, soon. That's all I'm allowed to tell you. I'm sorry.
He'll release the rest, but we're going to play a show with him.
But it's my 50th birthday, so it's kind of going to be like a
Party.
birthday party.
Yeah, and it's nice to have something chopped in 2024 already, right? It's coming quick, and it takes a lot of promotion in the winter, so it's nice to put it out there early.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
Nice, yeah. Well, we'll definitely.
Thunder from the second. That's got to be a big show. We want the Dom full. We want, of course, but it's long enough. It's long enough past. Good 45 days later, kind of thing.
Fuck yeah.
I want. It's good to give you guys a premiere on that.
Nice,
I know you
cool.
like first.
I got
Oh,
Brad.
he does. We like-
say that, by the way.
And Brad loves you guys, so there's no reason there's a problem there. And
Love you, Brad.
Brad's awesome.
We love Brad.
outside, you guys get a first cut at that. It's not anywhere other than live.
So this will air the day before it comes out. So we'll put it out the day before, if that's okay, on here.
Just sent the link, so you should have gotten it there.
Yes, I have.
Get the
Nice.
exclusive.
So what we'll do is we'll have it
We'll
at the
always
end
give you
of the
exclusive
show.
if we can, if you guys want them. Let
Yeah.
us know, and you can have it first.
Well, you should just email them to me. You got my email now,
Sure.
and we love listening to them because Mecca Stank sends us everything.
Yes.
A bunch of people send it. It's great.
We share demos with like recently. I've shown Ryan King from Nature Pleads Revenge and Holly Akers some stuff. Like, hey, is this good enough? Like, where are we headed in the right direction here? Like, I've sent Alex from Sunday Riot Club. Hey, we're going in the studio with this. This is a live off the floor at practice. Do you like it? Like, what do you think about the vocals? And it's really neat to hear back. Most of the time, they just say leave it. But
So that's advice.
That's
there's another back to the advice
Yeah.
question. We don't mind showing local members, people we have authorities with, like someone like Ian Nichols who really knows what he's talking about.
Well,
Hey,
you respect them, right? You respect them.
this
absolutely.
isn't out yet. Should it be?
Yeah,
Should we go and spend money on this?
80s or 90s?
Just slip that in there.
Slipped it in.
80s.
90s.
Both.
I was
No,
in
you
a band
can't,
called
Lauren.
1993. I gotta say 90s.
Well, we could have different
Depends.
answers.
Depends on the mood.
No, Lauren, there's only one answer.
70s?
No, it's
He's turning 50.
So here's the deal with that, Lauren. Just because you were here last time, I'll just clarify. So the 70s, everybody agrees on. Okay, so like the reason that we ask about the 80s and the 90s is I'm the 90s and Dog's the 80s. So it's like, and he's not born in the 80s or anything. I am, but that's the way. Like because we like the 90s music. That's the way we grew up.
Then. I would have to go with 90s as well.
Oh,
If we're getting serious about it.
it's because
Answer, Bob.
Papers. Paper.
How's the island?
I'm not changing my answer.
Bob was still stuck with the 20s.
no, he's him and Dog. Him and Dog.
He really likes the roaring 20s.
Yeah.
Why not? Flappers.
Hey, that was
Take
some.
my Gershwin, man.
That's
You just can't. You gotta leave Ira and his brother alone, man.
He prefers his automobiles without air conditioning.
Oh, you roll the window down, bitch.
You mean the 2020s?
And
The winter era. The winter era.
That's back when they used to bring your music to your house with a horse.
That's
Let the
right.
guy carry on with the show. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, you guys, it's your show too.
Part of the thing, we make fun of you. We make fun of your age. That's part of the
I
bit.
was trying to make you stop.
Well, Dog and hey,
No, just remember, boys, I'm older than Bob.
there you go. Watch out.
So what have you guys been
Yeah.
up to lately?
6
So, like, do you guys
Sick.
like girls and stuff?
Girls.
Yes, I do. Yes, all of my girls.
Too much trouble.
I've got my girls.
You got your girls.
Have you guys,
You guys on MySpace?
you guys have been together for a while. Have you gotten to second base yet?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I show them my unit all the time.
Did you plug our
And therapy's
MySpace?
going well.
I mean, I think that Lauren had to look at it too when I was peeing beside him. So, you know,
What's
He
that?
took pictures.
and he's like, you look like a king.
His unit when he was peeing.
Oh, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's on the list. Talk about mom's dick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, boys. Listen, thank you so much for your time. You guys are awesome. We love you, and look forward to seeing the. Like, we're gonna listen to the track right away. We'll add it to the end here right after we finish speaking, and you guys keep going, man. We love your stuff, so keep it up. Love you guys.
Thanks
nice.
for having us.
It's
Really
nice to get you
appreciate
here from Wyntr HQ. Like, we spend a lot of time in here, and this is where all the music gets written, all the practices take place.
It smells like sweat and balls in here.
It's been
Oh,
nice.
pizza gets stolen.
We've kind of
That
moved into
kind
my
of
basement.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is good because we lost our rehearsal space, and
We lost them anyway.
Yeah.
so
All right,
it's
boys.
nice to invite you guys
Later.
in.